don't know why I was selected, perhaps a random pick, because I couldn't think of any other reason. However, I think any recognition at this stage is not just for me. I think it is for the people who are part of my journey thus far. I think family, my son, who's the best in the universe for me, and everybody else who are part of my journey in terms of my colleagues, everybody else who worked with me, the bosses who gave me the opportunities, the bosses and the others who are role models and who inspired me. Now, what does it mean? I think it means that anyone can do this, and it's possible for anyone. It's a call on us to give back something, give back especially something to the women folk in the corporate world. I think we should pull someone up each time we climb, hold somebody's hand and walk alongside them and give them some support so that they know it's a possible journey. Somebody has done this before, somebody has walked this path before. The challenges are possibly the same in a different context at a different time, and it's also an enjoyable journey, however difficult. So I think men and women are made differently. We are wired differently, and science says so, and I think even there's enough proof in research as well. And nature has made us differently for a purpose. I think diversity is good. Diversity in the boardroom is very good, because women bring in a different aspect to the whole equation. I think women usually are more accepting, more tolerant, brings in a lot of emotion and feeling to their day-to-day dealings. So this brings a good balance, I think, in the boardroom. I also think that women multitask better, because naturally they are called upon to balance a family and life and children, running a house, several things. I think the same experience a woman brings into the office, and she's able to multitask. Even if I say so, I feel that women do it better. And I think they also look at any issue in a more rounded manner. They consider all aspects before coming into a decision. I feel there is more grey in a woman's world, and I feel it's more black or white for men. Therefore, it's good. You know, the combination of men and women, and an equal combination will be even better. But I think we are heading towards that. But any combination will, I think, help the whole functioning of a leadership team. And I think women also bring in a lot of care and love to their day-to-day transactions, which makes the organization a living organization, makes the organization a more human organization, rich with feeling and emotion. And we need that. We don't need very cold, hard organizations. We want to come to work and we want to enjoy work. Everybody comes to work wanting to do something good, wanting to enjoy the day, and we should provide that. When you talk about leadership and women in leadership, this is debatable, but I think women tend to be more servant leaders. And what is servant leadership? There is some talk and there's some theory out there, but I think it is a leader should serve first before being served. It's almost like turning the power pyramid upside down. You know, a leader is there to serve the others so that they thrive and do better. They become better people. They grow to become better leaders in the future. If you have this servant leadership mindset, I think in leadership, the place becomes a better place. The organization becomes a better, caring and a more just place, I think. And perhaps the world becomes better if we can promote the same servant leadership concept. And more women in any situation, I feel, will bring this to the fore. And in terms of Sri Lanka, I think Sri Lankan women face the same opportunities and the challenges that women world over face. So there's nothing different. But I think it's time to pay tribute to the women who have held our economy together. If you look at the three industries that bring in the most amount of revenue to the country and holds the economy together, it's the foreign workers who bring in the highest amount of foreign exchange, the garment industry workers, and the ladies in the tea industry. So I think time to pay tribute to them. I think just not women at work, but I think Corporate Sri Lanka over the years, in their quest to get ahead, stay ahead, and grow and grow and grow, has lost the heart a little bit. I think we left our hearts and in some cases even our souls behind at some point. We've made our organizations unemotional, impersonal, quite mechanical. I'm not saying we shouldn't grow, I'm not saying we shouldn't be goal-oriented and work towards it. We should, but I think, can we not do this in a more caring way? Can we not do this in a more inclusive way? Can we not do this in a more human way? That's where the women will come into the question, the equation, because I believe they can bring in a lot more balance into the corporate world. I think they can humanize the corporate world. So I think it would help, it should help, by having more women in leadership positions. There's one other point I want to make. I think we all want smart, intelligent, daring, good young leaders in the future. We have to invest in this. And what is the investment I'm talking about? I think the young kids coming into the workforce, they don't just fall off trees, they don't grow on trees or they don't grow like trees. One has to give them birth, one has to nurture them, bring them up, educate them. So what does it mean? It means you have to invest in time. It means the corporate systems and processes have to be geared to give parents the space and time to do this. All corporates invest in projects that have a 20 to 30 year gestation period. We invest in projects that give us a return in 10-15 years, in the longer term. And this is a project that gives us returns in the longer term. So generation after generation, if we want good leaders coming to the workforce, we have to invest in the processes, I think. And this is not a gender issue. I think it's an issue for all of us. Give space and time. It's a time cost and a social cost to the society. And I think it's an obligation we have at this point.